Trust. 1010 wins now on 92.3 FM.
The News Watch never stops. This is 1010 wins at 92.3 FM. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good morning, 73 degrees at 7:40 on this Monday, August 14th. I'm Brian Britton. Here's what's happening. 76-year-old man in critical condition. He refused to give money to a subway panhandler. That panhandler stabbed him in the stomach. The death toll in Hawaii after devastating wildfires continues to grow. Fewer than 5% of the burned area has been searched, and that death toll is at 96. Not even 1 week after a man high on cocaine and fentanyl killed a family of 4 going out for ice cream in Nassau County. Another fatal DWI on Long Island. Investigation into the raid on a local newspaper continues with the Kansas Bureau of Investigation now involved. And it was 20 years ago today the lights went out in Times Square, and all of New York and all of New Jersey and all of Connecticut. Remember that? All those power outages because of that power grid issue. 50 million folks 20 years ago today. Sports, Mets win, Yanks lose. AccuWeather, hot and humid. Sun giving way to some clouds. We are headed to a high of 88. Winds news time 7:41. Traffic and transit. Here is Karen Stewart.
All right, we've got updates on the Cross Island Parkway now. Northbound Cross Island Parkway at Linden Boulevard. We continue to be closed with an accident investigation. Traffic is getting diverted off onto Linden Boulevard, except in some exceptions here. Northbound Laurelton Parkway traffic is getting diverted onto the eastbound Southern State. The ramp to the northbound Cross Island Parkway from the westbound Southern State is closed, and the westbound Southern State traffic is getting diverted onto southbound Laurelton Parkway. So that's the deal affecting the northbound Cross Island Parkway, which is closed at Linden Boulevard for an ongoing pedestrian accident investigation. Brooklyn, the westbound BQE near the Brooklyn Bridge has got a disabled tractor trailer in the left, and we're jammed from Metropolitan Avenue. East River crossings, we've got busy traffic into the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel and the RFK. The inbound GW Bridge, Lincoln and Holland are all about 30 minutes. And then we've got these mass transit issues here. Morrison, Essex Line, and Gladstone branch of NJT operating with limited service and subject to 30-minute delays. PATH train, General Square to 33rd is delayed. Newark to World Trade Center is delayed. And New Jersey Transit is cross-honoring PATH fares at New York Penn, Secaucus, Newark, and Hoboken with alternate side of the street. In effect today, our next report is 7:51. I'm Karen Stewart, 1010 wins on 92.3 FM.
A 76-year-old man is in critical condition after a subway panhandler allegedly stabbed him because the guy wouldn't give him any money.
The panhandling stabber struck here at the 34th Street 6th Avenue station at about 11:30 last night. Police say when the panhandler asked a 76-year-old man for money, the man refused, and then the panhandler stabbed him in the torso. Keith Borelli is a security guard who says there are more cops in the subways now, but there's also the homeless problem.
There should be more outlets for people, for homeless people to get help, who want help, and people are offering to help. And there wouldn't be so, afraid. There wouldn't be that many people on the street.
He feels safe underground. Still no arrests here as the victim is in critical condition at Bellevue Hospital. Mac Rosenberg, 1010 wins on 92.3 FM in Midtown.
The death toll in Hawaii likely to grow. Hundreds are still unaccounted for after what is now considered the deadliest wildfire in modern U.S. history. At this point, it confirmed 96 fatalities, but fewer than 5% of the area has been searched for bodies. No confirmed cause of the raging blazes, though Hawaiian Electric is being sued by some for starting the fire with damaged electrical wires, and that's something they deny. They say they will work with authorities to find the true cause. The New York Times with a troubling report this morning. They say fire hydrants were not working. That hampered efforts to tamp down the flames before they could spread, and as we know, they did. Survivors in the disaster zone upset because tourists are flocking to the burned out area to take photos. Paele Kiokana is a local activist.
People have lost everything. People have lost loved ones. And for people to feel like it's okay to just come in, pull out their phone and take pictures of it like it's some kind of movie scene. And it really does feel like one, but this is real life for us.
Actor Jason Momoa pleading with people to stay away, saying on social media, this is not the time. There are those, though, who are coming to the area. They are being sent there to help.
3 LA County firefighters and their dogs are headed to Maui to search for bodies in the ashes.
These dogs are cadaver dogs, so they're aiding and assisting in a recovery mission.
LA County Fire Captain Sheila Kelleher-Burko says Washington, Utah, Colorado, and Texas are each sending 1 team. California is sending 4.
So they'll have a bunch of units on the ground helping this effort.
Just a fraction of the burned area has been searched. The death toll expected to rise dramatically.
Correspondent Emily Valdez says, and I can't get enough of this kid. Here in the city, 8-year-old Julian Lynn doing his part to help. His best friend lives in Hawaii, so he set up a lemonade stand in Central Park. Listen to the compassion of the kid.
Generosity, to me, is like breathing. If you make me not be generous, then I'll die.
Unbelievable young man. He talked to Channel 7. Mayor Adams with a plea to the federal government to ease the migrant crisis. He says let them go to work. His Honor appearing on his call-in radio show. He says what's more anti-American than when someone comes to this country and they can't work? He's calling on the White House to expedite work authorization permits for migrants. He says every immigrant deserves a chance at the American dream, and that begins with working. As the number of COVID cases rise and we get closer to flu season, the city launching what they're calling a vaccine equity campaign to persuade thousands of folks to get the updated COVID booster and their flu shot. New York Post reports community and faith-based organizations will begin promoting the need for the shots in areas that are sometimes underserved, often underserved by the health community. In the Bronx, Queens, Brooklyn, sometime in September, you'll see those pieces of information going out. This all being funded by the city health department's fundraising arm, the Fund for Public Health. An update on Saturday's fatal fire in Queens that killed 93-year-old Cam May-Koo in Ozone Park. It was a lithium-ion battery, something Koo's son had initially told cops he was using. He was charging an e-bike in the battery in the basement there. FDNY now confirming that was the cause. 13 people have died in fires sparked by lithium-ion batteries so far this year. Fatal crash on Long Island, another fatal crash. Not even 1 week after a man high on cocaine and fentanyl slammed into a family going out for ice cream in Nassau County and killed 4 of them. Now, more people are dead at the hands of an alleged drunken driver.
There was a large curve in the road here in Laurel Hollow where the crash happened over the weekend, killing a husband and wife who were both 37 years old. Authorities say 32-year-old Sotirio Spanos, who does not live far from here, was in an SUV when he was driving the wrong way and slammed into the couple's Ferrari convertible. Pieces of the car remain on the side of the roadway. In court, prosecutors say Spanos had a blood alcohol level nearly 3 times the legal limit. He was also unsteady on his feet and was slurring his words, they say, after the crash. Family members of the victims cried and held hands in court. Spanos was held without bail. He's being charged with manslaughter. His attorney says Spanos has never been in trouble before, and there is still a lot to investigate. Sophia Hall, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM in Laurel Hollow, Long Island.
Wins news time 7:47, 73 degrees right now. Some clouds out there. We're going up to 88, warm and sticky as we begin the day, feeling hot and humid as the day goes on. The sun gets to its highest point. We'll hit 88. And then some more clouds moving in with some storms tonight. The investigation into the raid on a local newspaper in Kansas continues.
In a statement, the Kansas Bureau of Investigation says it has joined an investigation into allegations of illegal access and dissemination of confidential criminal justice information. The KBI says it did not take out those search warrants, was not present when they were served, and very strongly believes that the freedom of the press is a vanguard of American democracy.
Correspondent Faith Abube, federal law protects journalists from searches and requires a subpoena. But in a statement, the police chief there in the town in Kansas says there are exceptions, like when there is reason to believe the journalist is taking part in the underlying wrongdoing, something the paper's owner, Eric Meyer, denies. Meyer's home also raided. He blames the stress of that raid on the death of his 98-year-old mother, who died just hours after police left. So where were you 20 years ago when the lights went out? 20 years ago today, August 14th, 2003. 50 million people lost power in a blackout that hit a lot of the U.S. and Canada.
It's creepy. I'm getting a flashback from September 11th. I don't like this.
Talking to witnesses back on the day, not even 2 years after 9/11, it definitely had people on edge like this woman.
It was just a really terrible experience for me. I never want to go through nothing like this again.
And thankfully, nothing like that has happened since. It was caused by a chain of power grid failures. It began with transmission lines in Pennsylvania and New York, and then it just spread. It eventually shut everything down. New Jersey, Connecticut, Ohio, Michigan, Vermont, Massachusetts, and Ontario, Canada. No power. That meant no traffic lights.
How would you describe traffic in the city right now?
Chaos. Complete chaos.
Yeah, it was messy. It was just 20 years ago today. Unbelievable. I was in Times Square. I was on the booth, the line to get tickets at the TKTS booth, and I noticed that the billboard advertising a bank had a moving ATM card stop moving. And I went, look at that. The billboard broke. And then I said, look at that. The traffic lights aren't working. And then I went, this is not good. And here we are, 20 years later. Well, it used to be that haters are going to hate, right? But now Gen Z, proud to be haters. Infinity song Haters Anthem taking hold of TikTok. Tens of thousands of videos using the song seem to indicate Gen Z doesn't think being a hater is a bad thing. Lyrics like there's something so sweet about thinking I'm better. One TikToker said if living authentically means you gotta be a little bit mean sometimes, then so be it. I'll take a look at traffic, transit, AccuWeather, get an update on this awful Cross Island situation. It's all coming up next.
All right, guys, thank you so much for viewing this quick driving in the news video for Monday, August 14th, 2023. I appreciate all of you guys taking your time spending some time watching my videos, and I really do appreciate that. You guys have a good day. We'll see you on the next video.